LootBet, online esports betting. Dota, CSGO, Overwatch, Hearthstone, and many more. Bet on tournament matches or in-game events while viewing them live. Deposit using money, bitcoins, or even skins. Join LootBet now. Use the code you see here when you deposit and grab your bonus.
Hello and welcome back to the Chongqing Invitational by StarLadder ImbaTV. My name's Risk. Alongside me is Dust, and we are ready for a sick game, to be honest. It's going to be MVP, of course, winning their game against Vega, who won their game. So it's the winner's match between two very competent teams. I feel like two teams who could go far in this tournament. Yeah,
definitely. These are the two one-seeded teams, and they're already live here on Inferno, so no need to go through a whole heck of a lot here. Just to give you a little bit of a... Well, never mind. We got a fast XU coming in here. We don't really have time to chat as we do have Vega Squadron pounding through the apartments and into the A-bomb site.
Bomb will be dropped, though, by HSK coming in with the retake there. And that pretty much secures them a great chance of winning. This Mer can be a spanner in the works if you get this one. Secondary one could be coming in double for Mer. His position is known now. Oh, me, if you will. Not actually sure how he pronounces it. Gonna find out. As he keeps getting frags, JR chiming in with one as well. Glow 1v3. Two flashbangs still in chopper. This should be a unclutchable round for the Korean. Opens up with the first one. That one falls for free. Secondary onto Mer, and then that could be the way in. Chopper with the secondary flashbang. He's going to get picked out. And triple for him. Mer coming in. That's going to be the first round for Vega Squadron.
Yeah, good round there for Vega. Again, this is Inferno common ground for these teams. Both these teams really like to play this map, so both teams will be happy that it is on Inferno. And Vega Squadron are looking for a little bit of a recovery. Obviously, they made some noise at the E-League Boston Major. We all know how well they got through into the top 16. Even took out North in you know, the battle for the top 8, but then really slowed down against some of the other competition. They kind of got whacked by FaZe Mouse and Cloud9. And then at Summit, they were really disappointing. Like, they got eliminated by Tort.
Yeah.
So this team has taken some licks lately, so they're trying to get back on the right groove as they've been kind of a promising team for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
Mir particularly as a player, but also some of the other guys have been stepping up as far as fraggers go, and that was a good pistol round to start things off on the right foot here in the winner's match. Of course, MVP PK of Korea will go ahead and go for the CZ buy-up.
Yeah, as we usually do see on this CT side. One smoke, one flashbang on HSK and Seth. And right now they're looking to stack towards that B bomb side. I think a pretty smart choice if they stack 4 players there. Hold those close range angles. It's going to be favorable to them. Right now, grouped up on the banana are 3 players of Vega Squadron, so it might turn out to be the perfect play here. Did a bit of a team flash there. Chopper completely flashed out. Let's see if they commit to this. I feel like they're going to send JR and Chopper in to clear it out. If they get the entries, if they scout out that nothing is there, that's going to be the play. But nope, it's going to be towards mid, at least for now. Bomb still not committing to any banana play. And so comes the rotation in from Seth. Chopper's going to play the look.
Yeah, so this is good about Vega Squadron. They've pushed Banana back, so at this point, MVP PK doesn't really know what's going on. So they're playing kind of a guessing game, but they're guessing right. They have 4 players here, and Chopper, trying to go with the MAC-10, does get the entry on the solo. Spots 2 players towards CT, so he should know it's a stack now, but unfortunately, it's too late to back off. The bomb's actually even gone down. JR will push forward to recover, and he knows he just has to go for it. Now he doesn't have enough time to go back the other way. And so the stack, it gambles, it works. Let's get Shander can pull this off. But with this time, I don't think he can.
No, there's no time. There's no chance. And Sign will take him out. Nice triple from HSK, the in-game leader.
Yep.
Choosing the right stack there. Staying on that bomb side. And MVP will bounce back, even though, as we can see on the screen, they're not the favorites to win this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of debatable. I don't know if they're that much of a favorite, in my opinion, but MVPK certainly has been on the rise within Asia. Have been consistently being able to beat teams like Flash and some of the other teams in the region. Tyloo seems to be the only team that really gives them trouble within the Asian region. So they've definitely been building themselves up. And at WSG, they weren't too shabby, man. They really went toe-to-toe with Fnatic in that quarterfinal.
Really good.
They forced that Mirage game into double overtime, so they were quite good there. They even got, I think, a map off the Russian team. And in general, some of their players have looked really good. Like Zion in particular is like a really solid talent.
Woo!
HSK, though, going out to JR's Deagle there, so Vega Squadron may keep this 4-spy train rolling.
Let's see if they can keep the wheels moving. As Glow goes down and 2 instant frags with the pistol as well. 2v3 retake. The bomb goes down, but I think that's Chopper. Down towards mid, might get a free kill on Solo. Yes, he will. The Deagles prove strong in this one. And Seth now. 1v3, knows where Chopper is, but Chopper's pixel perfect. That's going to be 2 rounds for Vega, bouncing back after losing 1 to MVP. And yeah, as I said off stream, of course, this is going to be a 16-14 to MVP. Looking forward to seeing that happen.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Again, I think this is definitely going to be a close game. Again, I think that MVP PK has been on the rise. Particularly, they look pretty impressive with WSG. Also, we're at least competitive at Star Series in a couple of the games they played there. Like, they had a close loss to SK in a map, was pretty close against Hellraisers, so they're certainly a competitive team. And like I said, they do have some talent. Zion is obviously a really young gun. Obviously, guys like Solo and Glow and Zeph are like 1.6 veterans. Yeah. They're like 30 years old now or something like that. Zeph's 29. Speaking of which, Zeph had a really good WSG event, so I hope he can carry it over because typically like their main firepower has been Zion. And then outside of that, some people are kind of hit or miss. So hopefully they can, keep up their form.
Solo comes under pressure off screen as Mir takes out Sign. Solo rotates back though, still survives but only with 1 HP, so he's living on alone time right now. It's no question about our borrow time, if you will. JR, HSK, runs that door for Vega, and now this opens up mid completely. Glow hiding in the pit. Probably going to get that first frag, but nothing more. Instant refrag should be coming in from the terrace side. Gets that first one. Bomb is now dropped. Has to know there's a second one. Glow with a double headshot. JR now all alone. The rotation can come in. It's going to be the big flank. And Glow has not seen anyone. He's so afraid that someone could be pushing in. But JR only on 27 HP. Glow can win this all on his own. 1v3 not possible for him. But now it's up to Solo.
1 HP as well.
1 HP and a legendary player.
Absolutely. Still does pretty well in CSGO despite being 30 years old. He was obviously a star in 1.6, but can he find it here? Not enough health to do it. JR will angle him out. And so I think the 4-spy shenanigans are finally going to come to a screeching halt as MVP PK. We're going to have to take a save here.
Yeah, nothing coming out from them this time. Should be just USPs as the T side. We could be seeing a triple Mac 10 coming out for them now, as we usually do see when weapons are being saved. And you're up against a full eco round. I would definitely go for the 3 Mac 10s right now.
Yeah, might as well try to farm some cash. Why not? Certainly MVPK are going to be looking to save up funds for the opening gun round. So Vega Squadron will at least kind of steer things for now in their own right. Again, winner of this moves directly on to the semifinals on Saturday, so they get to skip a day altogether.
Both good for preparation, but also just in general, just relaxing for a bit and maybe just taking some time off because these teams are flying in from Haiku, basically straight from WSG. So probably nice.
MVPK is at least. I don't think Vega didn't compete at that, but certainly the MVP team definitely has been on the road.
But then on the road, on the same thing goes for Vega because then they've been traveling here and they probably have to deal with a jet lag as well. Could probably also use a day off just to adjust.
Absolutely.
So free day. That's what they're playing for right now, and for either one, like I feel like for MVP, just getting to the semis is a good result for them. I think.
Yeah, again, this is a tough group because it's Tyloo, MVP, PK, Vega Squadron, and then there's the oddball out in the group, which is who is it? Is it Flash?
No, it's the other team.
It's Scar's Absolute from Japan.
Exactly.
Sorry. So Scar's Absolute from Japan's kind of like, most people consider them probably going to go out last place. But I think Vega Squadron should come out of this group. But I think between MVPK and Tyloo, they're pretty close. And we saw MVPK actually able to beat Tyloo earlier today. That was big because they had lost to Tyloo several times in the past. Like that was the team that was like almost their kryptonite in the Asian region. So that was a big win for them to get that. As this round obviously is going to be going by the wayside soon, you'd imagine.
Oh, for sure. There should be absolutely no chance of Seoul and the boys taking this one home. JR and his team taking out Banana, Kishanda taking out Sign, Mir onto HSK, and now this leaves Seth all alone. 1v5 with the USP and 26 HP to go, so definitely not going to go his way right now. As Vega Squadron are making their way onto 4 rounds. He actually gets a frag to go. And compared to how the round was looking, that's really nice. He was basically set up to get nothing whatsoever.
Yep, so now MVPK is going to be able to get a buy going. They won't be able to get an AWP, though. They normally like to have HSK doing that, of course, over on the other side of the map, but they'll just have to settle for rifles. Vega Squadron, though, will be able to get the AWP onto JR. They'll keep the MAC-10s on Chopper and Kashander. And then Mir and Hutji will have the AKs, and we'll see how Vega Squadron wants to do things. I mean, they play in front of pretty standard. Again, I don't think anyone's really reinventing T-side on this map. It's pretty much like get top banana control, get apartments control, leave your options open. If you can get control of brackets mid, then you've really gotten a lot of map control, and you can do a lot at that point. But JR looking to go aggressive with this AWP over here towards Beanie. Does find Zeph. Might find more, misses his shot in the solo.
Yeah, needs an instant refrag there from his teammate. That's going to be Hoochie not. And that's because he's solo in HP that he's not refragging instantly. It's always a sad thing to see because players get like that mentality when you're low on HP that you don't want to like take a chance, take a gamble, but in that situation you just have to refrag.
This is actually a different look from Vega Squadron. When I've watched them play T-side Inferno in the past, they typically don't like the next round with B very much. They typically just kind of go like 4 people A pretty early, and they kind of just leave a passive guy B just to make sure they're not getting flanked. But they're actively really looking to take fights at B right now, and they're having mixed results. They got to pick early on, but now Solo's gotten 2 kills with that MP9, so he's farming cash. He's solo defending B right now, so he's doing great work.
And they've also taken Hutchie down, as I mentioned earlier, to 9 HP on that Banana. And now rotation coming in from HSK. He has that M4. Hutchie basically has to open right now for them to have a chance to get into this bomb site. And then they have the flank coming in form of Kashanda with the MAC-10 through CT spawn.
Right.
There's not a lot of time left. Only one flashbang from Mer.
It doesn't like they want to split B, but if Kashander gets caught, and he just did. So all the weight's on these 2 players trying to come in right now. And there's definitely a good crossfire set up for MVP to deal with it. There's no utility for Vega either to try to pounce into the site with. They just have to hope they get an entry.
Yeah, 1 flash is all they have. And that's going to be the flashbang, but the double spray down from HSK. Round comes in from MVP, and that's a 4 weapon save. That's very nice for their economy to try and start to build that.
They get a free op as well, sort of free op for HSK, so they'll be able to upgrade. Really great work from Solo that round, the MP9 Banana, just defending top B so well, never letting Vega Squadron really get control of it without going down a man first. But Vega will still be able to buy back here.
Perfect buy.
And unfortunately, Chopper only has MAC-10 and JR actually to settle just for a P250. And I expect them to go for the 1-4 now. Like again, they usually like to be passive B. That was a change-up last round, but now they're going to go to what I normally see them do, which is just kind of more passive alt-mid approach, get apartments control, and then really look to control brackets. And they have a multitude of different executes they like to do, but they are a very A-heavy team.
Looks like at least ready for the long play. 2 players stacked close to each other, and then Sign here using his utility to just hold them off. That leaves mid open. Sign just behind his smoke. Gonna take the first one. They're gonna come crouching towards his position, but he's still alive. Somehow he's not been taken out. The bomb is the last man standing. Sign just holding it down, not losing a single point of health. Getting 3 frags, picking up the AK, celebratory spray to the end of it. That's going to be MVP. 3 rounds on the board. It's going to be, well, not a full eco, but still like pistols coming out for Vega Squadron. Should be 4-4 as well. So
just a big counter smoke on the balcony here that Zion was able to play behind of. And you can see the repercussions. People having to come through with smoke. They don't have vision on where Zion is. So Zion's able to just kind of sit up here, just keep getting kills. They can never clear him off the balcony. And that's really the handicap of going for fast A plays like that. If the counter utility is good, and you're in a situation where you have to go for it, though, because you have no banana control. You just kind of get forced through something you don't want to play around anymore, and you don't have a choice.
And usually we only see terrorists running through smoke, running through Molotovs. when there's like 10 seconds left, but there was a minute and 20 because they were so focused on the fact that they wanted to do the execute that they kind of just went through a smoke.
And so now Vega Squadron onto a save here. They do have the Deagle on the chopper, but other than that, they are working with very little. Still trying to see if they can control top mid, but MVPK are doing great work dealing with this.
JR 1v5 with a Glock, and I don't think I've seen anything as hard as that. He's definitely not going to get anything out of it. 7 HP is all that's going to be taken out from Seth. And 4-4 will be the score. Buy coming in from Vega Squadron. Finally, we see them on almost full setup. Still, they're missing a couple of flashbangs and only one piece of Molotov on chopper, but it's better than what we saw the last couple of rounds, so they have a decent chance.
Yeah, and again, I'm curious if they'll keep sticking with that 1-4A setup they like to do, or if they'll try to fight for some banana control early on. Because again, if you don't have any B control at all, then your options are so limited.
I feel like you at least have to contest banana in the opening of the round to just show your presence and let them worry about you going that way.
You want to at least get them back into the bomb site.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, otherwise you're giving them a lot of information. And again, you're closing off a big option, you know, to go for like a late B execute or something like that. Like all your eggs are in the basket of, can we control top mid? Can we roll out a good A execute? And that's exactly what they're going for again. They're playing pretty passive at B. They're just kind of chopper holding it.
Mixed back there. HSK misses the shot, takes a bit of damage, but not completely killed off. 54 HP to go for him. Smoke lands towards long. Not exactly sure what that smoke's supposed to do because there was a huge gap in the left side. Glow could technically still have held it.
Ooh, big kill from Solo there on the chopper. That gets it back to even. And Zest onto the right idea, just getting back into the CT spawn, but unfortunately Hutchie still gets the entry. And Vega Squadron, they get the man advantage back. They still have time.
Solo was so aggressive before that. He rotates back.
Yeah, at least he got out of there. And this is a tough spot to clear.
Oh, such a nice hold from Solo. Close, rotating in from CT spawn as well. He can just dance back and forth. Solo, the hero, making it work once more. 3 kills from him. 1 player remaining. That's Mir. 1v2 goes for the plant. Glow goes for the frag, and that's the round ended.
What a great round from Solo. He did it with an MP9 early in the half, got a couple of kills, and stopped any type of B progression from Vega Squadron. In that round, Vega were actually getting some good trades towards A. I mean, they killed a player in CT spawn. They had the first kill on the round, getting Zion down pretty early. So things were shaping up quite well for Vega Squadron. It all came down to whether or not Solo would live up to his name and Solo hold that B bomb site, and he did. He did a fantastic job. So credit out to the veteran, 30 years old, still out there being able to put up numbers.
That's why I'm so happy that I got to cast WSG in this tournament, because I'm such a huge Solo fanboy. It's nice.
Yeah, of course. People will definitely remember him from the 1.6 days. He was definitely a star player back then.
We made Fox, Estro, those teams.
Yeah, definitely like leading probably the best team from Asia throughout Counter-Strike 1.6 history. And again, like he had some like weird things. I mean, he's colorblind. Was certainly something that kind of impacted him a little bit. That not a lot of people have to deal with that play professional Counter-Strike. So I think there's a couple of CSGO players who have some type of color blindness. I think like Hiko has some type of color blindness, and there's a couple of others. But that was like always like another kind of story about him. But look at this buy. Yeah, interesting.
Well, this is what they got famous for in the major.
Yeah.
The full-on Mac 10 play, already losing tons of HP. Solo with the AWP. He's going to rotate away. He's going to get caught. Doesn't get anything for his troubles, and full-on rotation push coming in.
Everyone's flanking, though. No one's coming from CT spawn. This is actually kind of a problem.
And they're dropping Molotovs, so they can't really retake now. They have to wait for the Molotov to clear.
They do have Zion finally going back around towards CT spawn.
Hutchie's Solo. Hutchie's basically going to be bait right now. Information bait.
I thought that pop flash might maybe get him something, but it didn't happen. So maybe he may still recover from this.
1 flank coming in from CT. That's going to be Sign. Still a Molotov on him. Same as Glow. They can put those back in towards coffins and other positions. JR's picked up the AWP. Goes for the first one. Taken down to 7 HP. Him and Kashanda very low right now. 3 CT players trying to make it in there. Bomb is planted. Will be defused. JR trying to hit the shot, but it won't matter. Seth with 3 kills, 27 HP to go. And another round for MVP. They're looking really strong so far on the CT side.
Yeah, they're starting to recover really well. Vega had like a good start because they kind of won that scrappy economic battle that we had early into the game. But now ever since MVP PK has recovered their cash. They have been stringing rounds together left, right, and the center. That was a round where, you know, even though Solo went down, like he had been fantastic Solo holding the B-bomb site several other rounds. That time he goes down pretty early. His team recovered still. They were slow to make it work. Now they're up 6-4. Full buy coming back from Vega, though. Op in 4 AKs thanks to that bomb plant.
Seth caught between Rock and a fiery place. Sees Molotov out or makes his way out. Use of the flashbang.
Yeah, there was a lot of utility exchange there, but MVP is the ones who reign supreme with it and actually get a kill. Vega Squadron do get apartments control. They still have control of Banana, but they're down a man. They don't really have enough map control, right? Like, they don't have brackets yet or anything like that. So
really nice decision making as well from Seth there, not to either overcommit or rotate all the way back. He actually just went for the pop flash and then straight in for the frag. And we were talking about that earlier, that how he's had such a good WSG that could maybe spur him on.
And he's also a veteran in his own right. He's 29 years old or something like that. So just like Glow and Solo, he has been around. I think he was playing with some of these guys. He came a little bit later than Solo and Glow, but he definitely played with them back in like the later days of 1.6. So yeah, him having a big tournament at WSG certainly was good news for this team. Because I feel like that was their problem. They lacked a little bit for firepower against like some of the top Asian teams and when they had to compete internationally. So if they can get some form, that'd be great. As this round's been kind of at a standstill ever since that initial exchange, but now as the clock ticks, Vega Squadron need to come up with something. It looks like B is going to be their approach.
Solo's playing so close to the smoke. As one drops towards CT, flashes rain in. It's going to be a B play. Seth here as well to do the backup. In CT spawn straight to the smoke. Gets the first one. That Hutchie gone down. Solo as well getting another one. And they just can't be stopped on this bomb site here. JR trying to make his way in, but he will also be... No, he won't be taken out. He actually takes the revenge. But at this point, the round is over. Time has ticked all the way down. And now they just have to not die at this point. And they're doing exactly that. Even get the frag onto Kishanda. Triple kill for Seth. Nice.
Great work.
Help from him. 10k to spare. Has the op to throw to HSK. It's all perfect for MVP right now.
Yeah, this is going really well for MVP. Like, Vega Squadron is just losing out on almost every early exchange. And on top of that, they've had a couple of rounds that they've gotten killed on the clock. That round was basically one of them. It's weird. Like, they've had opposite extreme issues. Like, one extreme was they were trying to force a fast execute even through utility. That one round that Zine triple killed off the balcony. But then there's another round like this one where they wait way too long and they hesitate for way too long on the clock. So it's weird. Like, they're having problems in all kinds of areas.
Very aggressive Molotov or incendiary usage by the CT side so early on in the rounds. So take that map control from the T side. Chopper's on 7 HP. Sees the bullets flying, so knows that something is up.
Yep. This is Vega going for one of those 1-4A setups again, like they like to do quite a lot. Chopper's been caught. Yeah. They're actually able to get top mid control, though, so at least they have a staging area now to go for the execute. But again, they're fighting from a man down, and there's already a flank coming through B.
The CTs know now that they have full banana control. They have the smoke down at the bottom, the good old Emerson and Nile Western Wool smoke.
Oh, they're actually not going to flank. Okay.
Yeah, they're just going to rotate back. This means open bomb side, or I could say closed bomb side, because they're holding so well. Glow, HHK, just holding it down. 2 kills each. Solo with a single one, but that was from Banana. Perfect hold by MVP. Already now winning this half, 8-4. They have the potential of going on to so much more now.
Yeah, I mean, Vega Squadron's just, I mean, they're getting, that round they got top mid control and they got 2 balconies. So that's what you want, like, as a staging ground to go for some type of execute. But there wasn't much of one. They just kind of ran up lane and looked for trades, and they got absolutely shut down by MVP PK, who, again, because they're getting their early pick and they're getting their early 5-on-4, they don't have to, like, worry about crazy rotations or trying to read too much. They can just hold standard positions, play the standard 3-2 setup, and just look to defend. Yeah. And they're out-fragging Vega, quite frankly.
It's also just a clash of 2 different styles, like the very disciplined Korean one and then the open fire, MAC-10 rushing, kind of Russian style that Vega Squadron brings to the table. So it's very interesting to see. Right now the disciplined style is really working out here. Playing so well right now, MVP.
And MVP's T side in front is actually pretty good. Like, they have some really good tactics, and they're well structured on that T side. So, you know, getting all these rounds on CT, they're more than capable of closing the match once they get on the offense.
Solo just holding it down. Just pistols, but still making sure that no one's going to be worried about the outcome of this round.
And this is not looking good for Vega at all.
Definitely not.
It hasn't looked good for Vega since, like, the North match at E-League Boston. Like, they won that match against North, and they got wiped by FaZe, Mousesports, and Cloud9, and then they struggled at CS Summit too. So they seem to be having some problems. And this game is another evidence of that. But MVP PK has also been on the rise. So it's like kind of a story of opposing trajectories passing by each other.
They're just meeting each other right now. It seems like MVP, they're having such a good game so far. And I said 16-14. It might not even get to 14 for Vega Squadron as it looks right now. Let's say they win this one, then they also win the last round of the first half. It's going to be 11-4. Win the pistol, and then the game's over. Yeah.
They're running out of space right now in Vega Squadron. Like, they need rounds big time. He hasn't had the op very much this half, but he does finally get it again for this round.
HSK on mid with his, and JR forced back towards the smoke, but Sign going for some aggressive play, and that's very uncharacteristic for the way that they're holding CT side. This leaves a huge hole open, and now also a rotation coming in for Solo onto that CT spawn position. 2 players on that A bomb side now. I'm pretty sure that Vega just going to execute A now. Yeah,
they're going to work as fast as they can. They're waiting for that Incendiary to go down in apartments. But, Glow tries to repeat. He tries to make a play, and everything's going Vega's way this time. I think this is one of those rounds where it's like CTs want to adjust so they're not being readable. But it's also like, do I want to do that, or do I want to be like, well, it's not broke, so I don't need to fix it? And you always have that internal struggle of, well, we keep doing this thing. Should we just keep doing that? Or do we need to, like, change the pace and, catch Vega Squadron in a tough way? And I don't think they needed to, because they keep denying Vega Squadron Banana most rounds. And so at that point, you can just play standard and win, because terrorists don't have enough options. So I don't know that they needed to go for all that. But at the same time, I can't really fault them for it, because, like, every now and then you want to throw a curveball, and certainly apartments aggressions at CT it's not crazy risky to even do that. You're typically able to get like an angle on the stairs or something, but I think someone else needed to be in apartments with him and like throwing a flash like from Boiler or something, or have a crossfire on Boiler in halls. That way you can at least trade him back if Zion goes down. So I think that they shouldn't have just had him in there by himself in isolation.
Luckily for them, the economy is so strong on the MVP side that they can easily afford to buy here and also buy in the next round, which is the last.
They're going to go double op as well.
Round of the first half.
Yep, so Solo will be opping B, and HSK will have this for A. So
interesting buy. Let's see how this one's going to work out. We do see Kashanda with an AK this time around. No Mac-10 for him. Nice to see that he gets a real piece of weaponry.
Don't be hating on the Mac-10.
Oh, I'm hating. I don't care.
Oh, Chopper gets an early pick at B. This has rarely happened for Vega to get the opening pick on the B side of the map, and that's great news for them.
Oh, Seth is trying to get that weapon back.
He's
going to be taken out. That's just... I don't agree with that whatsoever.
Might as well just get out of there with your rifle. Yeah. It's not worth it.
Glow picking the position that Solo's been in 2 or 3 times now. Getting completely flashed.
And there's a difference between an 11-4 half and a 9-6 when MVP PK trying to do something different, trying to make an adjustment when it really wasn't needed, but they want to try to stay ahead of the game, so to speak, and it cost them 2 rounds, basically. Well, maybe Glow and HSK can bring this one back. It's unlikely, but...
Glow needs to get these 2 opening frags, at least, if they push him.
Got a good angle for it.
That's number 1. He still hasn't lost HP.
Oh, he's got an Incendiary as well.
But the problem is the bomb is coming out towards HSK right now. Can he hit the first shot? Yes, he will. Bomb is down. The full rotation needs to happen right now, but JR gets it onto Glow. And he gets it to go. HSK pushing through the smoke. Completely flashed. Will be taken out. And as you said, 9-6 first half score.
Yeah, I really feel like if PK kind of threw away what could have been an 11-4 half if they would have just stuck to what they were doing the 8 rounds in a row that they won.
But maybe that's also just a way of them saying, okay, now we're up 9 rounds. Already now, this is a great scenario. We feel like we can drive this home.
True.
Let's see if we can throw some curveballs in there and actually get the 11-4.
And here's what the pistol round is actually really important, because you can either double your lead if you're MVP PK, basically, as long as you avoid, the force buy. But this is also where Vega Squadron can tie up the game. And now, they get to play on CT side as well, which typically people like to play a little bit more than T side. I think this map's fairly balanced, but I think still some people would say they like to play CT side more. So yeah, Vega Squadron, those last 2 rounds could very easily get them right back into the game if they convert this pistol.
Very important pistol. Looks like we're going to have to switch signals. We're going to jump over. Just a few seconds, guys. We'll get the backup one running for you guys so we don't miss it. And here we go, back into the game. Always nice to have a backup.
Love to see it.
And smoke kit, as we usually do see on the CT side. Initial grenade from HSK. Still flash and smoke on him. So I imagine at this point just spreading out, taking some control, getting some information, and then in, let's say, 30 seconds or something, put that smoke down towards CT, flash over towards the side, and then we're going to see the full B play. Already now setting up for potential defense of this.
Yeah, Mir getting boosted up there by Chopper.
Oh, okay. They're rotating back now. JR taking out to 20 HP. So that's not going to be the play. They're going to go towards A instead. Still plenty of time, so the rotation back can happen. JR trying to take the battle with 20 HP. Smoke goes down. Sign finds one, and flash still on the back of HSK. Can still make it happen. Huchi also being dueled out, but we'll take the flashbang. 1 kill with it, though. 4 versus 3. Solo on the bomb side. Bomb will go down here, surely. Safe positions for them. Chopper with the kit. That's the only light in their life right now, as it's a 2v4 retake. There's no real chance here, I feel like.
No, not unless Mir can do something with his armor USP and come up with like a really big headshot. I mean, the USP is a laser beam, so he can definitely be accurate, but it's just all about whether or not MVPK is even going to give him a chance to get one. Chopper's already down to 9, and he doesn't have health.
They're actually going to go for it, even though the terrorist could just hold back and not peek, which is kind of curious, but yeah. I guess, like, if you're just pistols, you have to go for it either way.
Yeah, exactly.
But, yeah, it was never going to go
the only time that you're going to save pistols is if you're just trying to avoid giving cash to an SMG.
Yeah, that's well, yeah, you could also just avoid giving them the very small kill bonus for pistols. But yeah, it's a hard one to play, especially when you get such a big like lead in the beginning of it. Sign coming in there, perfect flashbang from his teammate, and just clearing out the side together with Solo. And this is what we're talking about. This is what could not happen for Vega, is that MVP, they get the pistol, they get on 10. It's CZs and Desert Eagles. If they take this one as well, it's going to be 12 to 6. As you said, double the lead.
Yeah, that would be a real problem for Vega Squadron. Again, this is a double elimination GSL style group, so Vega would still get to play in a decider best of 3, either tomorrow or on Saturday. So they wouldn't be out of the tournament, but certainly this will be another big result for MVPK to add to kind of what they did WSG and at least looking competitive in their losses at Star Series. So.
And also being one of these Asian teams that compete internationally, they're doing that right now. Double kill coming in for them. 4v3. CZs and Deagle still alive. 2 of them are close to CT spawn, and Glow is just pushing in relentlessly. Taking out players left, right, and center. Chopper's here. He's going to be taken out by Science AK-47. Kishanda gets something to go, but that's just a MAC-10. And
yeah,
Sign even going for... Oh, let's see. Kobe!
Boom.
There we go.
Later. Yep, so MVPK got the harder round. The next round should be a full save from Vega, so this should be quickly 12-6 for MVPK. And they're all fragging really well, particularly Zion's made some really big plays, but Glow and Zeph and HSK are all right around the same marker. Right? The kill distribution is pretty tight over there. Meanwhile, just like no one's really popping off for Vega Squadron right now. I mean, Mir's their top, like with JR is kind of their top performance. That's what you expect, but Chopper looks way less than what he normally has whenever like Vegas are having good games. Like Chopper's usually one of their better fraggers. Seems to be struggling today.
All USPs. One flashbang.
One dream.
One dream. One shot.
They have like an interesting little pop flash potential if MVPK were to play brackets, but they're not. So. And
why we have a standstill here, one player in CT. I'm actually, this also interests me so much, we're not going to see anything here. Like different callouts of name. For example, brackets is something that I've never heard before in European CS.
What do you call top mid then?
Top mid.
Fair enough. I can't really argue with that. Fair enough. I mean, I've always heard Kurt bracket because it has like the little notches of
no, it makes sense. Like I can understand. It's just like weird, but enough talk about that.
Look at all the Molotovs.
Yes, so much fire. Barbecue on the bomb site. Seth on the back of it. USP will not be allowed in.
Zeph said, get that out of here, son. He probably didn't actually say that, but I like to think that he did in an internal monologue whenever that guy tried to run through the smoke.
Get that out.
And that's one of the cool things about MVPK. we're not going to see it on Inferno, obviously, because it doesn't really lend itself for that. But on a lot of other maps, like Mirage, for instance, they like to do these really fast-paced, like 1-4 split executes, where like 4 guys will just like rush a site with like and they use Molotovs a lot. Like every game I've seen EVPKK play, they are really inventive with their Molotovs, or at the very least, they make sure all their bases are covered by Molotovs. And especially in an anti-eco round like that, you definitely want to be coating that site with fire, because how often do we see like pistols stack on top of boxes or whatever, and you run into a stack and you lose? So they're really good about using their utility to make things easier on themselves, I guess you could say.
Once again, banana control taken completely by MVP. They're going to place one player down towards logs. Actually, Chopper, after finding out that there's no one, he's just going to rotate back and hold it.
Yeah, here's the thing. Vega, they typically don't like playing into B as terrorists, but on CT side, they almost always play triple B at the start of the round, which you saw them do there to make sure that no one can control it. Then they do something like this, like rotate into like a 1-4 setup where they kind of 4-stack A. But since things have kind of gotten quiet, they are just kind of falling back into a more standard 2-3 split between the sites. But MVPK are looking to get that utility out to get to top mid. And they do control it.
And how the rotation comes in towards Banana. JR is so aggressively pushed. If he gets his first frag, he's just going to rotate back. He's actually baiting it out right now. Did he see something? Flashbang comes in, and now he's flashed. Has to rotate back. Goes for that second shot, but not hitting it. The rotation has to come in now. Has to play defensive. He's still not dead. Not down and out just yet. Flashbangs keep raining in. Smokes towards the bomb site. Keeps missing shots. JR, what's going on? Third shot in a row, he keeps missing. What?
What happens?
Where's the real JR? That's what I want to know.
Please stand up.
Jesus.
I mean, the thing
is like seeing me play matchmaking.
I mean, the thing is, he hasn't even been bad in this match in general. That's just an off round from him. Unfortunately, it comes at like one of the worst times you could have it happen, because this is your buy round. It's going to get real hard on you if you don't make this one work.
Oh, but there's something wrong with this AWP. There's something wrong with AWPs.
That AWP is cursed.
Yeah, just AWPs in general in this round. They're cursed.
Definitely cursed. AWPs are so cursed. Okay, never mind. He's back. He's back, but you can't get that last one on Hut G. So Vega, they needed this round for sure. They almost lost it. If they would have lost this round, they're probably losing the match. At least now they have a way back in. But they have to avoid getting a reset because they have to rebuy 4 players.
This is the problem now for them. This is such a good chance for MVP just to come in and take this round, reset them completely. Give them a slight...
all these missed op shots there.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen that many missed op shots in a round in my life.
No. What was it like?
JR missed like 4 or 5.
4 or 5, and then 1 or 2
missed
straight
2.
up. Well, that's not so good. Solo trying to take control. That's actually really nice flashbang for that early banana control pick. Yeah, not gonna be able to do anything about it.
It's worth noting that just like Vega, MVP doesn't like to play into B very often early rounds. They're more than happy just to like let Solo play it passive, and they focus on getting apartments control in middle. So it's kind of odd that these two teams are stacking up against each other on Inferno, and like if you watch them play against other people, they play almost a very similar T-side. The way they play T-side is much different than most teams who like to control Banana as terrorist as early as possible. So just kind of an interesting note to make.
Definitely.
As they are controlling mid here with smokes up, Chopper forced back into Arch.
Molotov to clear out the corner. Chopper just keeps holding the angle. Deep Molotov from JR. Let's hope for no more missed shots from him.
Yep. Also, it's worth noting, this is the first time these two teams have ever played against each other. So I just want to throw that one out there.
And that's why I think it's great that we have tournaments like this, because obviously there's not like a top 10 team in this tournament right now, but we have so many interesting matchups between these kind of like around the top 20, top 30 teams in the world. Nice chance for all of these guys to get a taste of that sweet victory in the end. Both of these teams, so much potential for the future. MVP on the rise. Vega Squadron have some problems that they need to fix, but
this is rough for
individual
MVP.
qualities.
They have no time, and they've got nothing. They just have to hope they can rush this and win.
There's no utility though for the CT side, so they have to win the aim duels. Kashana has to take a double head, but he only going to get one. The spray down from the UMP just rings through. Opshot coming in, but there's no time. The round is going to go to Vega Squadron, even though they, if MVP had waited.
And that's
5 seconds less, that would be a round for them.
Yeah, that's really the disadvantage of not playing B as terrorists, which we saw Vega have this happen to in the first half, and again MVP do this all the time on this map. Is if you don't control B early, well then guess what? Like you're forced to hesitate unless you're going to go for a fast A attack, like right off the bat. Situations like that come up where it's like, crap, we're not finding the picks we wanted A, and guess what? B's not even an option because we never took control of it, so we have no idea where CTs are there. So, yeah, it can come back to haunt you. And now Vega are starting to close the gap on the scoreboard a little bit, starting to get competitive in this map now.
Just 4 rounds between them. So we do have, well, not so perfect buy from both teams, to be honest. 2 C sets, 3 C sets on that CT side, UMP and AWP. 2 UMPs on the CT side.
Was this op saved or did they buy it? I don't think it was saved, right? I think they all died last round, right?
He could have picked it up in the end. I didn't see if he picked up an AWP in the end and then switched it over. It could have been picked up.
If it was bought, I don't agree with it.
No, me neither.
Could have used the extra utility, but again, I don't know if it got carried over somehow.
I love that flashbang there onto short.
Yeah.
Completely clears it out if someone's watching from balcony or in the middle of it. Gonna make a timing push as well to take control after it. Not much happening now. They have taken top mid control. Brackets, if you will. Learning slowly.
It's just a little bit quicker to say than top
yeah,
mid,
that's
right?
true.
It's 1 word instead of 2.
Utility raining in now. Kishan and the boys already in anti-flash. At least one of them are. Me on the back of the bomb site takes 1 for 1. Hoochie and the boys answering back. 3v3. HSK on 1 HP, but can't really win the duel solo. Jamming in with 1 as well. 3v2 with low HP on HSK, but he does have that AWP, so it's kind of the one player you would want to have on low HP in this kind of scenario. No utility and no kits. There are kits somewhere. There were 2 kits when the round started. If one of them is on this bomb site, they need to pick this one up to make this work. Trying to no-scope through the wall. No, there's the low HP player. Misses a shot, though. Goes in for seconds, and that's going to be the round. Doesn't really matter if there's a kit or not. They have plenty of time. That's going to be another round for Vega Squadron, bouncing back. And there comes the pause from MVP. I was waiting for that.
That looked pretty good from BBK through most of that round.
Yeah.
I mean, they traded really well coming up lane. I think they actually got a man advantage. It was a 3-on-2 post plant. So they did everything right, and then they just could not hold off the retake. Like, really good effort from the remaining 2 members of Vega Squadron to make the retake happen. And this is really keeping them afloat in this game. You know, again, at one point, these guys were pretty low on the scoreboard. They wound up fighting their way back to, I think it was a 9-6 first half.
Yeah.
Then they went down 12-6, and now they've been winning since then. Ever since their opening gun round, they've been really getting things going.
On the brink of a nice little comeback here.
Yeah, and so what does MVPK do after this timeout is kind of my question.
Yeah, I didn't get to see the money.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, we already talked about how they like to favor the A-bomb site. We've seen them do some standard stuff already, but some of the other things that they can do is they can pot flash their way out of apartments and like do some apartments explodes, kind of like some of the Danish teams have done in the past. Or Gambit was pretty famous for this when this new version of Inferno first came out, of just like pot flashing people out of balcony. It's like a pretty old existence tactic as well, to be fair. But we could see them go for that. They haven't done that yet, and that's the play they like to do. But this round is more about just forcing and seeing if they can't just fight for a win. But so far, it's being handled marvelously by Vega Squadron.
Yeah.
JR's not missing this time.
He's just hitting every single shot right now. Solo's going to try and see if he can get that bomb plant, but these 2 players on the A-bombs are just going to stay put for now. If he gets the opening onto Hachi, he might be able to get the bomb plant, but that's the only silver lining for him right now. That's the only thing that he can get out of it. But close range MP9, that's just not going to happen. 10 rounds.
So
Vega.
I could either see MVPK going for that pot flash apartments explode with a bunch of players like we mentioned because they like that tactic and they haven't run it yet. So if you're trying to come up with something new in your timeout, that could be the new thing. But the other thing they like to do is you saw them run that smoke on pit and they like worked up lane.
Yeah.
They like to throw fakes off of that as well and like go B. Like throwing the same utility, hey, you've seen this utility before. Last time we did this utility, we hit A. Then they just go B. So we could see some type of something like that coming out for them as well. As we do see 4 players marching their way into apartments from alt mid.
Yeah, and Solo makes his way into locks, but he's going to get that double nade. Yeah, he's dead.
Ooh, we also have apartments aggression as well from Vega. So MVPK is not even going to get control of that as they would normally like to get for free.
Oh, Sign, if he can catch them rotating off, that's perfect for him. Just seconds off.
Timing strike, man.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Vega will probably not expect them to be up that far already, having just cleared that. So this could be a real bad timing for them in the end if he comes out quick enough. But here's the problem. The banana push from Vega.
Oh, this is perfect from What? Sev?
Hello?
When did you become superhuman? Well, just in that second, apparently, as he takes down Chopper. Chopper should have had that 99 out of 100 times.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Jumping AK, shouldn't be losing to that.
JR trying to make the shot happen. Still taking down HSK. Rotating back to the bomb side after flashing his way towards that banana. Very nice. Just getting that advantage in. 4v2. There's no real reason to kind of overcommit. And he's just holding the angle right now. This should be the round done.
Yeah, Vega's about to tie this game up, man. Like, they are marching this forward.
That 14-16 I was talking about, that suddenly becomes real. As Glow tries his best. Double for him. He can still make this happen. He will get the bomb down here. Also has a smoke and a flashbang, so this is still definitely doable. One kid on Kishanda. So
Kishanda's also really low on HP.
yeah. If he gets the one click onto Hachi and he doesn't get to throw that Molotov, they have 2 Molotovs now.
He's not really in a spot that's going to be affected by it, though.
No, no one wants to mollo this back position. He has a flashbang, though, as well. So maybe flash and then rotate CT? If he gets the first one here? Ooh, flash and rotate CT. Has
They're
to be
both
it.
low now.
Yeah, has to be it.
You can definitely do this.
Yep. He's on the bomb. He's sticking it. No! Oh, he gets the knife in the end. What a play from Grove.
Man.
4
What I did not
kills.
think. I thought that round was over. We're talking about what is MVP do going forward.
I just saw that.
What a clutch
I
as
saw
well.
that high flash after taking that first tool and then rotate CT because it usually just opens you up because you'll
That
look
kill on the JR was nasty.
That
Weir
was
kind of fed him a
insane.
free kill, but the way he handled the 1v2 as well at the end, brilliant
Now
stuff from Glow.
Such a nice play from him.
Yeah, really well done. The veteran coming through there, and that puts MVP back ahead another round.
Yep.
And here's the thing, Vega,
Oh, he's
they have money
standing
to
in the
buy
Molotov.
here. If Vega were to lose this round, I think MVPK could put like Vega in like a 4-spot to survive scenario for the rest of the game. So,
Ooh, that's Seth once again opening on Banana where he should have no business whatsoever. Chopper held down as well. The Molotov! He's in the middle of it. He's in the thick of it. They know they're pre-firing every single position. He tries to jump through the fire. 2 HP will survive. Imagine a nade landing straight on his face right now.
imagine him just being in the fire an extra second, just dying to that. Oh man, when that scenario goes down and traps you in, there's no worse feeling as a CT.
Yeah.
Like, oh
There's
man.
just nothing you can do. So waiting now at the bottom of Banana. Full rotation has almost come in. 3 CT players on that B bomb side. So the play right now, with our vision, would be to fake B and then run towards A, but I'm gearing up for a B push. Oh, they're pushing out Banana very aggressively. 1-for-1 trade, but that's going to be it. 2 players drop on low HP, and now they go back because they know that it's going to be, well, 1 player on each bomb side at max, or else they're stacking towards B.
How bad is Vega's money right now? We can't pull it up, but I feel like they're in
either-
a really bad spot.
They're either almost full buy or else they're going to force buy.
They have to force buy, right?
Yeah.
Because MVPK is going for a map point next round. But I don't think they're going to have that great of a buy. And then if they lose that, they're going to have an equally pretty poor buy and what could be the last round of the map. So
And now Chopper's going to save this. So this is, I think it's going to be a buy in this upcoming round, like a full buy, because he's able to save an op.
yeah. I haven't been able to
Yeah, we don't know.
keep track.
Also, he has body armor as well.
Because they had like a 4-round winning streak. Wait.
3 or 4 rounds.
Yeah, they had like 4 rounds in a row. Then MVP just won 1. So
We're gonna
think
find out.
I think that they should still be okay. They should have a decent buy this next round, but
Yeah.
then the final round would probably be pretty rough.
It becomes the important one. Chopper needs to save this AWP, and he will. No worries there. And now it's time for the truth.
Oh, it's terrible. It's worse than I thought. Yeah, they're in a force buy the next 2 rounds in a row. I think 16-10 is pretty likely now at this point. Unless they go with something big here.
yeah. They're not gonna.
I mean, they know they have to go for everything
that's
here,
fine.
so they're going to go 2 UMPs, 2 CZs. They're going to have decent utility. They do have at least 1 kit on the board. But obviously, if they lose this, it's pretty much GG.
Yeah,
They can go back and try to just play tic-tac-toe and T-spawn or something like that because the CS match would be over.
Yeah. JR, the only one with the kit as well. I'll put a pin in that one because that might come in handy for the.
This is so
Finish up the
passive from MVP. What is this?
I think they're right now, like they're fearing for
An aggressive push because
an
they know
aggressive force
Vega's
buy push.
on low
Yeah,
money,
exactly.
yeah. Fair enough.
CSET 75 flashbang into a position. I think it's fair to fear that, and they're in a situation where they can just hold back. They still have a bunch of utility left. Can still throw the execute in. And right now you have Sign playing the lurk role, just making sure that no one can rotate in JR through the wall. He's trying again. He's just hitting shots right now.
Yeah, he's
but he doesn't
really
know.
Low.
He just knows that he just fired 2 shots off. Maybe there's someone there.
Yeah, so he's done a lot of damage but doesn't realize it yet. And yeah, Zine, this is the role he plays on pretty much every map. Kind of the passive rifle star of the team. So he's just marked up. VPPK, again, they're working with... I mean, they have control of Banana, but they don't have any idea what's going on towards middle, so they're pretty committed to just going for B execute. And they don't really have utility.
They're going to go for it now.
Yeah, they have to just go for this, and they can't really fall back to A if this doesn't work because they don't have the utility for it, really. Like, they have the standard smokes and flashes for a B execute. That's all they've got. And Zine does join them, so definitely going to be going for this.
Molotov should drop now. JR.
Hello?
Scopes out. And there he goes for it. That's 1 for him, but that was low HP play. HSK takes him out straight up. Chopper close range with the CZ 75 will not punish anything, but Kishada comes and doubles up with his CZ. That's going to be 3v2. Bomb should be able to go down. It will. AKs against UMPs in a CZ. HSK trying to take the battle early on. Will just be a trade of HP between them. Push in now, coming in for the CTs. Takes that one and Sign all alone with his spray. It's not going to ring true for the most of it, and this should be the round over.
Yeah, it is going to be well done by Kashander. That pop flash into Banana coming through the smoke CT. The first guy who went for that actually died without a kill, and that's when I got a little bit worried. But then Kashander follows up. The players are still blind. He gets 2 with the CZ. So that was the impact frags of the round basically. Was Kashander's CZ coming through in the end? Had a pretty. I guess everyone's really had kind of an off game here. But that was a big play to get here late in to keep Vega Squadron's hopes alive to a degree.
We do have a technical pause since one of the players got dropped. It kind of looked like the, I don't remember who it was playing on the left back side in the dark spot. One who rotated back and got pushed by CZs. It kind of looked like maybe his PC went out or something because he wasn't really fighting back when they pushed him.
Yeah, I agree. I think that did kind of happen to him. So maybe that's what.
Yeah, I think I saw
here.
One of the.
And that would certainly be. There's the kills from Kashander, by the way, the big ones.
Yeah, he looked AFK.
Is he the one that crashed out there waiting on to get back?
I think so.
If that's the case, that would be tilting. If you're MVP, unfortunately, something you can do about it from a operations perspective because the round's live and kills have already happened. You can restart a round if it's still 5-on-5, but if kills have in exchange, it's just one of those unfortunate things.
I also saw one of the MVP players just typing ... in the chat, so definitely some tilt going on.
Yeah, that is because they definitely still had a chance to win that round.
Yeah,
but again, there's no way to replay that out.
No, there's like
so that's just one of those.
Yeah,
that's
how it is.
One of the challenges of playing a game that relies on technology to play it.
Yeah,
like if a ball, that'd be like the soccer ball getting deflated like mid kick or something like that.
And it's 10 PCs plus a server, so it's kind of like there are many bits and pieces that can go wrong. Nice shot from Solo. Thanks to that Molotov as well doing damage. Chopper rotates back with the AWP. Oh, nice. I like this.
The juggle.
The juggle. Looking...
Also, here's the thing. If Vega loses this round, they get reset and it's map point for MVP. Oof.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Also with the start from Solo, as we saw. Like
the
Molotov on top Banana, spray through the box. There's nothing the AWP could do there. Just got wrecked completely. Now they're going to go for the A-split, I think.
Yep. Again, they have some pretty cool, like, high-utility executes for this A site. We haven't really seen many of them yet, so we might see it here.
Smoke landing. And towards mini pit, as we used to call it back in the day.
I think this might be a B-split?
Yeah, it could be. If they get this flash opening onto Kashander, then they can definitely split through CT. He's actually going to rotate all the way onto the site.
Ooh.
He's so afraid.
If they re-smoke Moto Wrap again,
yeah,
then they would just get into CT for free, and this would be really scary.
I actually don't even think they need to re-smoke it. Well, now they should have re-smoked it. But they're holding the angle, right? Because they got the perfect positioning. And now Chopper's all alone with the AWP on the back of a bomb site. And there's nothing he can do whatsoever.
Oh, man.
He needs an opening here, and then he needs an opening.
If a Molly comes in there,
too.
Yeah,
he's screwed. He needs 2 kills right now.
Where's that Molotov go? Oh, it went new instead. But he missed a shot. Now he's been found out.
Yeah, now it's done. It's done. This round should be over.
Well, there's a banana play coming in actually right now, so it could still go the way of Vega. Hutchie making it happen, but he's now in a tough 1v2.
He has to clutch with this with 13 HP. Very hard one to do, and that's going to be Signing off there. Too. Yeah, that's as you said. Like that's the reset. That's 15 rounds. As we see on the scoreboard, there's almost nothing left in the cash reserves for Vega Squadron. MVP PK about to deliver the first upset of this tournament, going through number 1 in their group. A group with, of course, Vega Squadron and also Tyloo. They're a serious contender now.
That's big, because that's going to be a big fight. I think like Vega Squadron and Tyloo should be the ones to decide a best of 3. I think, Scar's Absolute's probably, going to get put out tomorrow. But Vega versus Tyloo for the second seed, that's going to be an interesting best of 3 that we're going to be seeing unfold.
Push mid, though. Doesn't matter if they're down and almost out. They're still going to be sticking to that aggressive playstyle that we came to know and love.
Ooh,
But
Zine! Hello!
Triple from him as he takes down the dreams and hopes of Vega Squadron. 1 player left, and that's Chopper with a deagle. And as Kendrick Lamar says, sometimes you just got to rely on your Chopper, but this time around, it's not going to make any difference. 16 to 11.
Reference game incredibly on point.
Yes,
Niels.
thank you. And there we go. MVP PK taking the upset victory over Vega Squadron.
I don't know if it's an upset. It's, I guess.
According to the bookmakers.
Yeah, I guess you could say that just because.
I've been saying it for the entire tournament.
Yeah, I think it makes sense to say it's an upset in the sense that like Vega Squadron's been to a major, right, and like did decently at E-League Boston, but
they've
been kind of declining since then though. Like they really cooled off towards the end of the major, and then they looked really off at CS Summit too. So I'm not sure what's going on with those guys. Meanwhile, in VPPK, we've been talking about, outside of Tyloo, they've been beating pretty much everyone else in Asia. And then they did beat Tyloo earlier today.
And then they did play very well at WSD. That was where I kind of got my eyes open to MVP PK as a serious contender. I was at WSG.
Yeah, they caught my attention a little bit at the Star Series because they had played, I'm trying to remember who it was. They had played really close against SK, I think it was, in a cobblestone loss, and then they played decently against Hellraisers. And so I was like, okay, interesting. And they were beating some of the other Asian teams like Flash and, Boot Dreamscape and some of these other teams to qualify for some events. And so they got me interested. Then they conquered Tyloo earlier today, a team that's constantly giving them problems in online CS in the region. And now they've beaten Vega Squadron. They've got first seed out the group, and they're definitely going to be in the semifinals. So, yeah, this is definitely a team that seems to be kind of on the up and up lately.
Looking so good and such a great breath of fresh air for the Asian Counter-Strike scene. Getting a team that can compete. We also saw them against Fnatic, as we said, at WSG, taking that overtime to Mirage, looking very, very good in that matchup. And now taking down Vega Squadron here, placing first in Group A at the Chongqing Invitational. Ready for the semifinals, where they're going to place where they're going to face against the second place of Group B, which is that's the one that's almost decided because that's Ago and then Ago first and then someone else second.
Well, we have Ago playing Spirit. In
yeah,
our next game.
It has to be Spirit second then, because they're going to lose this, but they're going to win the other game. I feel like.
Yeah, and again, I think we're going to see Tyloo and Vega probably be that deciding best of 3 in Group A. Because I don't think Scar's Absolute from Japan really is going to be able to.
That means we're setting up for an Ago MVP Grand Final. I want to see that.
Yeah, I think that I think the teams to me that were favored to make deep runs were I thought AGO was pretty much a lock to make playoffs.
Agreed.
And a lock to probably make the finals. I actually thought Vega Squadron were going to bounce back at this event, but they still look a little bit off, to be honest, because they certainly looked off at Summit, and it seems to still be carrying over that way. They haven't really bounced back the way. I thought we were going to see Vega AGO. I thought that was going to be the final if Vega could bounce back. But now it's looking like if VPPK could make it all the way there. They're playing really good CS lately. And, yeah, I think AGO is still pretty solid to make a run. But I think you can't necessarily sleep on Tyloo. I mean, yeah, they lost MVP earlier today, but they still
definitely
have talent.
A strong team.
Like Bentet, Xcurate, they definitely have some talent to be able to do something.
The problem is, do they have enough talent to beat Ago in a best of 3?
I don't see why not. I would definitely still favor AGO, but I don't know.
Luckily, we're going to have to wait and see. We're going to potentially have that matchup coming later in these couple of days where the tournament runs. But that was an interesting one as MVP PK takes the victory, takes a spot in the first semifinal. We're going to be back with the second winners game, which of course is between Ago and Spirit. Nice little CIS versus Poland matchup. That's going to be coming straight after this break. We're going to see you then.
LootBet, online esports betting. Dota, CSGO, Overwatch, Hearthstone, and many more. Bet on tournament matches or in-game events while viewing them live. Deposit using money, bitcoins, or even skins. Join LootBet now. Use the code you see here when you deposit and grab your bonus.
CSGO